If your 4x4 needs a dealership laptop to tell you what's wrong with it, it's not resilient. Because the UK doesn't break cars in a cinematic way, it breaks them in a boring way. Salt, mud, potholes, floodwater, cheap tyres, missed services. And then one morning, it just doesn't start. And if you live anywhere rural, Cornwall, Wales, the North, the Highlands, you already know this. Sometimes the road is basically a wet field with hedges. Sometimes it's a single track lane with standing water and a tractor coming the other way. Sometimes it's just winter and you're trying to get home. So today I'm giving you what you asked for, a proper car check follow-up, the 4x4 edition. No fantasy overlanding, not 60k builds, not here's my dream Defender. Just resilient used 4x4s by budget, cars you can actually search for and buy in the UK. In this video you'll get a shortlist by price bracket, why each one is resilient in real life, what's to watch out for so you don't get rinsed, and my quick 4x4 car check test before you hand over cash. Welcome back to Charlie Survival. If you're new here, this channel is for normal people who want calm, practical UK resilience, not apocalypse cosplay. Quick one, comment below what's 4x4 you drive right now and be honest, is it resilient or is it just expensive? And subscribe because I'm building a UK real library of stuff that actually helps home readiness, storms, blackouts, mobility, the lot. What makes a 4x4 resilient in the UK? Before the list, this matters because people get tricked by the badge. Resilience doesn't mean best off-road, it means predictable, fixable, supported. Predictable. It has known issues, not mysterious ones. Fixable. It can be repaired without a dealer ritual. Supported. Parts are everywhere and every local mechanic has seen one. A resilient 4x4 is one you can keep alive when money is tight, when the road network is chaos, and when parts are delayed. So you'll notice a theme in my picks. Common models, simple drivetrains, cars normal people actually owned. Not rare cool stuff that turns into a parts scavenger hunt. And quick disclaimer, I'm not saying these cars never break. Every car breaks. I'm saying these are the ones that tend to break in manageable ways and can be kept going without needing a specialist, a waiting list and a mortgage. Alright, budget by budget. Under £3,000, I need a 4x4 that just moves. At this budget, condition matters more than the brand, and I'm going to be real, a lot of cheap 4x4s are cheap for a reason. So in this bracket, you're not buying perfection, you're buying odds. 1. Suzuki Jimmy, older models. It's resilient because it's a proper little 4x4, simple, lightweight, huge owner community, parts are common. Why it's good for real life. Muddy lanes, farm tracks, winter roads, it punches above its weight. You can park it anywhere and you're not terrified of scratching it. Watch for rust, seriously, check chassis rails, seals, underside, rear arches. If it's crusty, walk. 2. Toyota RAV4, older petrol models. Boring in the best way, simple petrol, widely supported, generally dependable if serviced. It's a normal person 4x4 that's easy to live with, easy to get parts for and doesn't feel like a tractor. Watch for rust and neglected history. A cheap RAV with no paperwork is a coin toss. 3. Honda CR-V, early models, petrol if possible. It's resilient because there's loads of them around, known platform, practical, decent reliability, reputation. It's one of those cars that doesn't try to be clever, it just does UK life, shopping, school run, motorway, wet lanes. Watch for tired suspension, clunks and any weird drivetrain noises on tight turns. Bucket 1 takeaway. Under 3k you'll buy maintenance history. If it looks too good for the money, it probably hides rust or neglect. £3,000 to £7,000, best value 4x4 resilience. This is where you can stop gambling and start choosing, and for most people watching, this bracket is where the best buys live. 1. Suzuki Jimmy, cleaner example. Some reasons as before, but here you can buy a better one that hasn't been destroyed. It's good because it's simple, it's a real 4x4 and it's popular for a reason. Watch for lifted or heavily modified ones. Modified often means it's been hammered off-road. Quick mid-video thing, if you want the exact practical kit I recommend for normal UK life, power, light, warmth and basic mobility gear, my Charlie Survival Amazon kit list is in the description. Build it slow, one item at a time, no panic buying, and straight after that my UK blackout checklist is free. It's linked in the pinned comment. Download it, print it, tick it off. Because mobility is great, but when the lights go out, most people realise they've got nothing. Right, back to the 4x4s. 2. Subaru Forester, non-turbo. It's resilient because its all-wheel drive system is legendary for UK winter driving. Loads of knowledge out there, practical and stable. It's good for wet roads, icy mornings, country lanes. It's confidence. It's the kind of car you forget about because it just gets on with it. Watch for servicing. Don't buy "I think it was done," buy receipts. If the owner can't tell you what's been replaced, assume nothing has. 3. Nissan X-Trail, oldest sensible spec. It's resilient because it's common, practical, decent parts availability, and many independent garages know them well. Why it's good for real life. Family, gear, bad weather, it's a useful box on wheels. Watch for warning lights, tyre clutches, and anything that feels like an electrical gremlin. If it's lit up like a Christmas tree, it's not a bargain. 4. Toyota RAV4, better condition. Again, you're upgrading the condition, not the concept. It's good because it's a dependable daily with extra traction when the UK turns into a slip and slide. Watch for wheel bearing hum, worn tyres, and uneven tyre wear. It tells you how it's been treated. Bucket-free takeaway. 3 to 7k is a sweet spot for a normal life 4x4 that can handle storms, lanes, and hauling gear without becoming a money pit. £7,000 to £12,000, proper capability without madness. Now we're getting into the bracket where you can buy something that feels genuinely secure. This is where the car stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like a tool. 1. Mitsubishi Shogun with strong history. Proper 4x4 roots, built for towing and rough use, long running reputation. It's good if you genuinely need a workhorse, towing, hauling, rural living. This is one of those real ones. Watch for rust and servicing. A neglected Shogun can be expensive. Buy the paperwork, not the story. 2. Toyota Land Cruiser, older, higher miles but maintained. It's resilient because it's one of the most respected just keeps going 4x4s on earth when maintained. It's good for longevity, capability, and it holds value for a reason. It's built for places with worse roads than ours. Watch for the cult tax. Don't overpay for a badge without history. If it's cheap, ask yourself what's missing. 3. Honda CR-V, newer, cleaner example. Comfort, practicality, wide support. It's good if you want resilience without driving a tank. It's the easiest one to live with day to day. Watch for drivetrain noises, service gaps, and any hint that owners treated it like a disposable car. 4. Dacia Duster, basic spec if you find a good one. It's resilient because it's simple, practical, less complicated than a lot of modern SUVs. It's good because it's an honest vehicle, it doesn't pretend. Watch for abused fleet examples. Condition matters more than the badge at this price. Bracket-free takeaway. 7 to 12k is where you can buy real capability without going full luxury dependency. £12,000 to £20,000, buy once, keep it years. This is where you can buy something you keep for a long time. If you buy wisely, this bracket is strategy. Buy right, maintain it, stop rolling the dice. 1. Toyota Land Cruiser / Prado if you find a clean one. It's resilient because this is the keep it forever territory if it's being cared for. It's good for towing, storms, rural lanes. It's built for it. Watch for rust and sellers who say they all do that. No mate, not all. 2. Mitsubishi Shogun, clean, properly maintained. Same logic, but now you're buying a less tired example. It's a good proper workhorse that feels planted and capable. Watch for gearbox servicing history. If the owner can't talk through maintenance, walk away. 3. Subaru Forester, newer, well kept. Stable, safe feeling, capable in the exact UK conditions that catch people out. It's good because it's not flashy, it's useful, it feels like grip. Watch for, again, history, Subaru ownership rewards people who service them. 4. Skoda Yeti 4x4 version. It's resilient because it's practical, commonish, supported, and a great UK life vehicle. It's good in bad weather, easy to live with, not massive and not precious. Watch for, buy the best maintained one you can, avoid weird mods. Bucket 4 takeaway. 12 to 20k is where you stop thinking short term and start thinking, how do I keep this running for 5 to 10 years? £20,000 plus, modern resilience if you choose carefully. Now listen, modern 4x4s can be brilliant, but resilience drops when complexity rises. So in this bracket, you still prioritise proven platforms and you avoid gimmicks. 1. Land Cruiser, newer examples if budget allows. Same reason, proven longevity and strong reputation for getting on with it. Watch for, buy condition and history, don't buy the cheapest one with mystery gaps. 2. RAV4, newer all-wheel drive models. It's resilient because it's sensible, supported, built for normal life with modern comfort. Watch for weird intermittent electrical faults and badly repaired accident cars. 3. Honda CR-V, newer all-wheel drive. It's resilient because you get comfort, reliability, reputation, and parts supported. Watch for: make sure it's been serviced properly, not just MOT'd and sent. Bucket 5 takeaway. At 20k, resilience becomes pick a proven model, keep it serviced, and don't get seduced by gadgets. The 4x4 car check test. 10 minutes saves you thousands. Even with the perfect shortlist, you can still buy a bad example, so here's a simple test you can do with any viewing. Cold start. If it's already warm when you arrive, ask why. Cold reveals weak batteries, smoke, rough idle. Full lock test. On a quiet car park, turn full lock left and right and creep forward. Any binding, clunking, nasty noises, investigate or walk away. Listen underneath. Knocks over bumps, humming bearings, grinding brakes, that's money. Paperwork and MOT pattern. You're not buying a story, you're buying evidence. Repeat advisories means repeat neglect. Tyres tell the truth. Mismatched tyres on a 4x4 can be a red flag. Cheap, bold tyres usually mean corner cutting everywhere. That's it. 5 checks, 10 minutes, big protection. Now, comment down below if you currently own a 4x4 and if it's reliable. I'd love to see your choices. And if enough people ask, I'll make a video about the best bug out vehicle. And again, my Charlie Survival Amazon kit list is linked in the description if you want practical UK road essentials without overcomplicating it. And don't forget, the free UK blackout checklist is in the pinned comments. Download it, print it, and you'll instantly be more prepared than most people on your street. Now, if you want the video that explains why all of this matters right now, click the video on screen about why the UK is entering a painful phase. Stay prepared, stay wild, and I'll catch you over there.